my friends. It's been a minute since I've come on live. I've also moved, so giving you a little look at the very, very long hallway that feels like the portal. We got a fireplace, my Buddha. I'll show you my backyard. This is why I'm here. I love it. That's the sanctuary. And then we got the pup. You want to say hi, Sam? Say hi. Anyway, many of you know that I moved to the Austin area because I felt the call on my heart for 3 years, and I finally had the courage to answer that call, and I did that in July. And then I got really clear around like May, June, that the reason why I was being called to Austin was to study trust law, common law, equity law, all the real law, with those that I had been learning from via their podcast. And so I want to give a shout out to Luke Story of the Lifestylist podcast, who had Brandon Joe Williams and Brother Truth on his shows, which is where I first learned about some of that stuff. And now I've had them on my podcast. And as I look at the downloads, not only here on my itty bitty YouTube channel, which I'm just so grateful for, but also the downloads of the back end of where my pod plays, everywhere pods play, it has far surpassed any other content that I've ever put out there. Not to mention, I hear from many of you, specifically women, directly, DMs, emails, asking me to expand, asking me to continue to teach in the sovereignty space. And that is really what I would call it. I know that that name is not applicable or aligned for a lot of people because I know that like the sovereign citizen is not the most correct term actually at all. So there's a lot of fluff and BS and crap out there. There's also really good teachers and mentors. And so anyway, the people that I was following and interested in learning law from to be my teachers or to be a part of masterminds, I'm now part of those. So I'm super grateful for that. But I also started my own. I co-created what I call the Real Law Mastermind. And we've been meeting for 4 months, every 2 weeks. Our group has grown to, I think we're like 9 or 10. And we're making moves, we are making moves. I have gotten the passport back now. We got to get the FOIA request to see what the status is. I'm in the process of all my status correction and building a business trust that's all lawful and legal so that my entire business, my coaching business, will be in the trust in 2025. And that is a lawful way to be tax exempt. And so these are all the things that have lit me up and activated my soul in a way that I can't even tell you. But maybe you can feel it just a little bit based on the videos that you've seen here on the YouTube. And so what I'm curious about is this content that you are interested in learning more from me? And also I am thinking about creating some sort of like a 3-month sacred sovereign mastermind. And this is where I can share with you what I've learned so far in a linear way in which to go about, what does it mean, how to get sovereign, how to be free, on a budget that's quite affordable, to be very direct. And so it's not done for you services by any means. That's not where I am, nor do I think that's where my path is taking me in this moment. But definitely over the 100+ hours that I've poured into it and the thousands and thousands of dollars that I have invested into it and the masterminds that I'm part of and how we're all learning from different teachers, by the way, which is so cool because we're compounding our tools, we're compounding our insights, we're compounding our knowledge and wisdom and our results, our actual remedies and receipts. So we're going much further, faster together, and we need community. I'm not gonna lie, like if I didn't have these masterminds that I was a part of too, if I didn't have these, then I don't know if I could have done this because it's cray to kind of find it on your own. And it's also a bit like the wild, wild west, and there's a lot of shenanigans, there's a lot of fluff, like I said. And so anyway, if this is the kind of content that you're curious about, that you are intrigued about, I want you to just say yes, but also why. Because here's what I want to leave you with as something to consider before we meet again. And that is, what do you want out of this experience? See, there's a lot of people that will share that you can get infinite money or access to like some treasury direct account, or that you're worth, $100 billion or whatever at this point. 100 million up to like several $1 billion is actually really what people say these days. And maybe that's true, but let's get really clear on why you are doing it. And for me, that was the most sound advice I could have actually ever been given by someone that I know is completely sovereign and free. And he's been tax exempt for 5 years now. He's one of my mentors, and he's actually been a guest on one of my shows, but not in the sovereignty space. He doesn't teach it for a lot of reasons why. So I'm learning from so many people that have kind of proven the pathway before me, but in different ways and in different capacities. And I'm looking at, well, what do I want? And what is there that's available for me, and how can that serve my journey? So anyway, so I would say, are you clear on what's available? And more importantly, what do you want out of the outcome? And then let's really take it to the next level. And how do you plan on paying that forward in honor, in dignity, in divine justice, which is what I feel really called to embody and to lead with that energetic. So anyway, if this speaks to you, if you happen to catch this, by all means, let me know. And if you feel called, please share this with someone that you think might need to know it, because this is a way out, my friends. This is a way to truly get sovereign and free. But we got to be clear on what it is and what do we want from it, so that we put ourselves into it in that way. And then, yes, of course, we pay it forward so that all those can benefit from this beautiful wisdom that is lawful and legal and awaiting our attention. All right. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.